Hello, West Ham Network. It's Holly, and today we are going to be taking a little look at yesterday's Wolves game and where things are currently going wrong for us at West Ham. Let's go. Now, before we get started, please hit the thumbs up button, support the channel, and leave us a comment with your thoughts on the Wolves game. I asked your thoughts on X, and a lot of people basically said they were glad that the game was over, and that seems to be the pretty general consensus at the moment. Things are a little bit of doom and gloom. So today we're going to be taking a little look at what we can take from the game and what we hope we can start to see moving forwards. So where to begin? Let's start with the formation, the lineup. So it's a bit of an unusual starting 11. We had a 4-3-3. It was Mavropanos, Kilman and Cresswell as centre-backs, Wan-Bissaka at right-back, James Ward-Prowse and Paqueta centre-mid and Ollie Scholes as left wing-back. Then we had Bowen on the right, Ferguson in the middle and Guilherme on the left. So basically, we had an attacking lineup with no natural defensive midfielder or somebody that we would usually consider a defensive midfielder at West Ham. Personally, I was excited before the game started to see what Guilherme and Ferguson could do, particularly both starting, getting that time to make their mark, which is what I believe they do still need to have, is minutes under the belt to actually show what they're capable of. We can't really expect them to just slot straight in. First 15 were okay. Pressing was good, as it has been in general with us recently, but Wolves probably dictated the game a little better than we did. Something that we've done well under Potter is create chances from our pressing. And again, we saw that. We managed to do this with Wan-Bissaka winning back possession. He then set the ball through to Bowen and he crossed to Ferguson, but it was slightly behind him. It was quite fast. I don't think Ferguson was quite ready. Again, I think a lack of game time probably played a part in this. It would have been a relatively difficult finish as it was slightly behind him. Like I said, it was quick, but with that lack of game time, he was not able to convert the chance, unfortunately. We had a pretty fluid front three at the time as well. So Guilherme was playing through the middle at times, and he also created a good chance for Bowen. Areola made a diving save to his left from a free kick, so that was good. And that's basically the first 15 minutes, I would say. And then it's the 20th minute, Wolves scored. So it was an open game up until this point. I wouldn't say it was riveting in any way, but we had chances. They had chances. Strand Larsen took a shot from outside the box. I think it was Mavropanos, didn't really time a tackle right. It dropped back to them and he just shot from outside the box and it was a powerful shot and it went in. Initially, I thought maybe Areola could have done better. But then when I saw the replay, I realised that it did take a deflection on the way in. So we can't blame him for that. So then we were 1-0 down. Between the 30th and 40th minute, we made a lot of mistakes defensively. They had the ball in our box a lot and they basically dominated. So it was not looking very positive going towards that end of the first half, 1-0 down. In general, I'd say we were not good enough in defence or in the middle, and we weren't clinical enough up front either in the first half. Then at half-time, we made 3 subs, and I thought, okay, could this be what it takes to just spice things up a little bit? We brought off Cresswell, Guilherme and Ferguson for Alvarez, Soler and Füllkrug. And then in that second half, we did have a lot more possession. Füllkrug hit the bar, so there were chances. But again, they were few and far between, which seems to be becoming a little bit of a theme that we don't get that many chances, and when we do, we don't convert them. And with that as well, we've just lacked pace massively across the whole team. You wouldn't say any one particular person was ridiculously slow, but it also didn't feel like anyone had the ability to put their foot down to like go on the break or catch Wolves off guard. And I think, again, we've spoken about this endless times. It all comes back to the midfield and the way that we're linking up play and the lack of energy in the area. Then we brought Emerson and Souček on for Ward, Prowse and Scholes. And of course, 5 minutes later, we had a free kick in a really good position. And the camera panned over to James Ward-Prowse sat on the bench, which sums everything up at the moment. In the 88th minute, Souček missed a big one. Bowen basically pressed well, got the ball to Füllkrug, who back-heeled it to Souček, and he just missed the target. He had a lot of pace on the ball, but he pulled it wide and it was right in front of the goal as well. So again, it's one of those that you would say like he missed a sitter. And it really is at the moment, moments like that really cost us, because you've got Ferguson missing in the first minute, Souček missing a sitter like that. And these are the moments that make such a difference, because even when you're not playing that well, you can nab a goal, you can grab a point, grab 3 points. And that's what we're not really managing to do at the moment, just with that smash and grab start kind of thing. Souček does tend to pop up in the right positions. And if there was anybody, when we brought him on, I said, okay, at least we're bringing on Souček, because if anyone could just grab a goal, it is him. I wouldn't say we played well enough, if I'm honest, to deserve being on the score sheet, but things can start to go your way if you are able to just put those chances away, even in the worst of games. Now, we're going to try and find some positives. So a massive positive for me was Wan-Bissaka. He's becoming a very commonly top performing player, shall we say. He's been pivotal in helping us get forward. He links up play well. He really well with Bowen as well. And it just feels like he's always able to get back and defend somehow, despite pushing up so much, which is amazing. And he's making these solid tackles to save the day as well. A lot of people also were saying that Füllkrug put in a really good performance. He hit the bar with his header. He chased down a lot. He did that nice little back heel to Souček, which nearly got us a goal. So again, that could be something that we see some more of before the end of the season. It's definitely positive to see him performing well when he's just come back from his injury properly. So there are positives, but it all comes down to us taking those chances, those split-second decisions where we don't have many of them, but if we're not converting them, if we're not getting the service right, we are throwing away opportunities to pick up points. So, yeah, to summarise the game, there weren't a huge amount of positives to take from it. Decent pressing, but as we already know, there's that urgent need to just inject some pace and creativity to link up play and to convert chances. Our midfield is playing a massive part at the moment as well in just how predictable we are in the way that we attack. And it's kind of making everything feel quite uninspiring. But the stat that says that we had 9 shots and only 1 on target really says a lot about our finishing at the moment. Is it that we lack the skill to score, or are we panicking because we finally get a chance in front of goal and we just mess it up and overthink? Let me know what you think the issues are. Comment down below and let us know. I also saw a stat that we have scored 6 goals in our last 9 league games, and this is something that we really need to fix. We've got players with the ability to score. We know they can. They've done it in the past, but we just keep losing possession and putting unnecessary pressure on ourselves, which I feel like is really costing us at the moment. We know that we need a massive clear out in the summer, but the longer this goes on for, the bigger this clear out feels like it needs to be. You'd have probably said we needed to get rid of 4, 5, 6 players at the beginning of the season, and now you're looking at probably keeping 3, 4, 5. But can we turn this around to pick up some points in our next 4 games? We've got Bournemouth, Liverpool, Southampton and Brighton, and we desperately need to just get some points, because while we're probably safe from relegation, we want to finish as strong as we can. Excuse me, I wish I held that yawn back for ages. Don't know if it was obvious. My baby doesn't sleep at the moment. She's growing teeth. Who would want to sleep when you could be busy growing some molars? But yeah, I really hope that we can just turn this around. And if we can have a strong end to the season, we're going to be able to really focus on what we need to prioritise this summer and start next season with some sort of confidence and momentum. We need to be using this almost like a pre-season. As fans, we've kind of written off the hopes of a really exciting, great finish in the Premier League. However, there is the opportunity for us to go, okay, this is what works, this is what doesn't work, this is who is working, this is who is not working. And then we go into that summer going, these are our targets, hit the ground running, get them in early, do a good pre-season with them, and do things properly this time. We had a pre-season with Lopetegui, but I don't think he was the right guy. With Potter, I do actually still feel confident that he is the one to bring us forward, but we need to do something to, just bring a bit of hope at the moment, because the players need to take some responsibility. And I want some more happy things to chat about with all of you. So here's hoping we can get that passion back for the game that we love and the team that we love. It's definitely not easy at the moment. It just feels very meh, doesn't it? But I have hope that we can turn this around. So don't give up hope. Keep watching our videos. Keep chatting with us. Let's keep this conversation going, because there will come a time where it's a lot more fun watching and talking about West Ham. So let us know your thoughts on the Wolves game and West Ham in general. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button to support the channel and subscribe. That's all from me for now, but tune in at 5 p.m. I'm going to be running through your Hammers headlines. Have a great day, and until next time, come on you Irons. Irons.